So welcome to District 4, the best place to be for information and news. I'm your host, A-Love, here with A-Rod. We are back. It's been a minute, but that's because we were watching the NBA Finals, which is what we're going to talk about today. But before I get started, I want to make sure you like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Because of times like this, we've been really super busy, so we haven't had a chance to tape, and we want to make sure that you guys get notified every time the video you want to see comes out, because we do different shows. Like I just did a financial one, and so we have the sports ones, but they don't always come when we want them to. They gotta come when we have time to do it. So thanks for joining us. Also, we normally eat lunch, even though it's not technically lunchtime, but we got cheese and crackers today. That's because we're trying to keep it keto. No, I'm just kidding. No, too much?
No.
Okay. So, I'm going to regret saying this. I have to say this out loud, but the Bucks won.
The Bucks won the finals.
He's been torturing me with the fact that the Bucks won.
So, the Bucks won because the Sun sucked. Just go on and throw that out there.
The Suns did not suck. They made it to the finals.
They put in a good effort. They trashed, though. They played us. They wasn't ready. We killed them. They got to trade everybody, move to a different city, and start over.
You know what makes me sad, though? I really, even though I love the Bucks and I did want them to win, but I feel like I felt bad for Chris Paul. He needs a ring. Chris Paul, you need a ring. Okay, you need a ring.
I don't think you get one now.
I feel like he needed it more than Giannis did.
Yeah.
Giannis has so many years, left to get one. And I felt bad. He just went to the locker room.
He just walked out. No congratulations.
No,
good job, nothing. Just ran to the locker room.
Giannis was like, he gonna cry. It was Giannis was. No, he didn't say. I just felt bad. I wanted to see him get
It was
away.
even worse because he played really well Game 6, but Devin Booker played terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't blame Booker at all because he played so well throughout the rest of the series.
Yeah,
Some of those games, they only stayed alive because of him. Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't have 40, shooting 60-something% from the field, they lose.
He was killing it a couple times, like killing it.
But I think in Phoenix, Game 5 was the best game they were going to have that entire series.
Game 5?
When they still lost that game, because they shot like 58% from the field, 60% from the three, which is like ridiculous for teams to shoot.
It's crazy.
And they still lost. I was like,
You were like,
I was like, I don't think you go back to Milwaukee and play better than that. And so they came in there, and we had a lot of turnovers, but at the end of the day,
you did. Actually, that was
they just went through stretches where Phoenix couldn't score at all, and it was just like, dang, y'all suck. And so, Giannis had 50. He had
Giannis
50, 10 rebounds.
Crazy. Nobody could stop Giannis.
He's the first person in NBA history to have 50 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks.
Crazy.
In the finals. First person in NBA history. Yep.
Crazy.
He's one of 3 people in NBA history to have a Finals MVP, regular season MVP, and a Defensive Player of the Year. I think the other 2 are Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon.
LeBron, we need you in there.
Yeah, he ain't make that.
No, he's going to get...
No, LeBron's not going to win Defensive Player of the Year. It's over with. Yeah, he's not doing that. Giannis is also, in 2019, he had the highest player efficiency rating in NBA history.
Crazy. Do you feel like he proved himself, or do you think we already, knew this?
I think he got blamed for a lot of stuff that wasn't his fault.
Like what?
Like the whole Toronto thing, I don't think he played that bad. If you look at the stats, Kawhi didn't play much better than he did. He didn't. People are like, oh, Kawhi, he really didn't. If you look at the stats, he didn't play much better. It's just Kawhi had more help.
Yeah.
He really did. He really did have more help. And when you look at it, even right now, I don't think anybody on the roster of Milwaukee made the All-Star team except for Giannis.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think
Drew Holiday
didn't make it. Chris Middleton didn't make it.
Yep.
And if you look at, if you name some of those people, Pat Connaughton, do we know who he is?
Sorry, Pat.
Dante DiVincenzo, Bobby Portis, Bryn Forbes, some of these people are you know what I'm saying?
Every show, he always disses
But
somebody, so please don't take it personal.
It is what it is, but you have to think, like, the Suns roster, like, Chris Paul's a Hall of Fame point guard.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Devin Booker, they had, you know, DeAndre Ayton, they had Jay Crowder. Like, they had some, but I just don't think it was enough. I really don't. Well, obviously, clearly it wasn't. They started up 2-0, and then you lose 4 straight. It's kind of like, at some point you have to just say, the other team was just better than us. Like, you only had to win 2 more games and you lost 4 straight. They didn't even break it up. They didn't even like win 1 more in there and force a game. They just lost.
They just
4
lost,
straight.
and that was it.
And it's crazy because that's what happened to Milwaukee when they played Toronto. They were up 2-0 and then they lost 4 straight. And then people killed Giannis for that. And then he goes to the finals, does the same thing to somebody else. So that's like perfect story. I mean, like, he stayed. Like, people thought he was gonna leave, and people were like, oh, he's going to the Lakers, blah 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 blah. And he's like, no, I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna win. They got Drew Holiday, they drafted Brent Forbes, and they just stuck it out. And I mean, even through,
took it on.
You know, our whole playoff series after the Miami series, nobody thought we were going to lose to Miami, but people picked us to lose to Brooklyn. Yeah. People picked us to lose to Atlanta. People picked us to lose to the Suns. And we always start. I don't think we won a game 1 in any of those series. I think we started down 0-2 against Brooklyn. Yeah. And I think we lost 1 game pretty bad against the Hawks. And we started out 0-2 versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything was like all adversity, and he was just coming back from everything the entire time. And he played well the entire playoffs. Like, he didn't have, I'm not sure if he even had like 1 bad game where he didn't play well. I think he just played well perfectly throughout the entire playoffs. And like the stuff he did, no, I'm serious. Like,
he was perfect.
Yes, he was.
You. For those of you that haven't seen him in his Bucks hat, we can tell who's fan.
It was like, he kind of needed it because people were killing it.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I really thought that was it. You were gonna Nets was having it. They were just gonna kill you guys.
I mean, I know people are gonna talk
so
about
many shooters on there.
They're gonna talk about the injuries and that's Milwaukee's fault. Like, we just choose. You know what I'm saying? We play just like the Suns. The Suns played a whole bunch of injured teams. I mean. And like, you made it, and we both played each other, and it was cool to me. But what's funny is Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday have to take a flight with Devin Booker to go play in the Olympics in 3 days. That's crazy. Like, you're looking at 2 people that just beat you in the finals, and y'all on the plane together.
They're gonna be looking around like,
so how's your day?
You
can't even ask him what he's been up to because you
already know what he's been up to.
Well, ready for the Olympics? Like, nah. So he don't even
silence on the plane.
Just silence on the plane.
Doodling, just
good game. Like, nah. Fist bump? No. You good? Devin? No. All right.
Devin, you're okay.
You good? I feel bad for Devin because he did so much throughout that series. And
I wanted to kidnap him at one point if you watch our video. I actually said that he was doing so well. I was like, what?
And some of them I was like, dang. Like, some of them was just good offense. Like, he was just hitting some crazy stuff.
Yep.
But, you know, Chris Middleton kicked in when we needed him. Drew Holiday offensively played terrible last week. He was just throwing stuff up. I was like, you know, you get paid to score a ball at some point. But, you know, it is what it is. We figured it out. We're champions.
I can't believe it. I can believe it, but...
First one in 50 years.
This is the year of the 50.
First one in 50 years. Giannis had 50 points on the 50th anniversary of the NBA.
Does that mean this is going to be the Chargers?
No, we did not say that. Okay. Nope.
Just
that does not.
For those of you NFL fans.
Yeah, that's not our role of talking to the NFL at that point. That was terrible. No, we're not doing it.
I tried to throw that in.
But speaking of the Olympics. Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine both got COVID cases, so they're not going to be playing. And Team USA's been losing to everybody. I think they're 1-4. They lost to Africa. I was like, Africa? They lost. I don't know. They lost to 4 teams, though. And I was just like, this ain't it. And some people are like, oh, you know, they're not playing for real, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, I don't know. I think the team they put together is not the move.
We've been having a tough time. Just Team USA is just...
Then that other girl got eliminated for smoking, Sha'Carri Richardson. doobied
Cigarettes?
it up. No, it was weed. Yeah. She was doobieing it up, and then they was like, "You gonna stay home this time?"
Did she not think she was gonna get caught? I mean, was it Shikari?
Yeah.
Shikari.
I mean,
Really?
she said she was doing
You
it
think you were
because her
gonna get
mom died recently.
Yeah.
Which it's
Okay,
understandable.
understandable, but
the
you
Olympics
are
is not
an
happening.
Olympian.
But here's my thing. It is legal in the United States. That's one
Some
thing.
places.
It is. Some places it is legal in the United
some
States.
places.
And two, it doesn't give her any advantage for what she's doing. She's not taking steroids. If anything, it would hinder her ability to run.
Stop it! It takes away from her ability.
How? Exactly. So that would make
takes
it.
away. It doesn't give.
That's exactly my point. So why would it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's why they don't want you taking it.
if it takes away from your ability.
Yeah, if I'm your teammate
So
and you're
gonna-
smoking weed
you're
and you're
gonna
gonna slow
suspend her
down.
for that.
Well, they suspended her just because it's not acceptable.
But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't
It's
get
just
it
not an
because if it's
acceptable thing.
legal, and you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that because it's not really.
Well, you just don't agree with marijuana being illegal, but it is not accepted. You cannot do
Yeah, I
that.
know.
Yeah, it's just, you can't break the rule.
But she is on a
As
new
it's-
commercial with Kanye's song now, so they said, you know what? You just gonna race at home. You just gonna do it right
Just
here
do
domestically.
it right at the house.
I'm sorry because you didn't qualify for this. So that's kind of sad.
That's kind of sad. You can't go to the Olympics. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like it's every year.
I think they could have let her slide. I think what I would have did, I would have tested her one more time before we left.
You can't. Once you fail a test, you fail the test. You can't like retest, because then they have to retest everybody.
That's fine. You
But
gotta,
then that-
you gotta
you're
retest
bullshit.
everybody for COVID all the time too.
I mean, I agree with you. I don't think that
And
should
I think
have been,
there's
but it
61
is,
COVID
so.
cases in just Team USA by itself. So
And COVID deaths are going up. I don't
yeah,
know why.
you better
With
let
the
that
shot. I
lady
don't-
run.
Okay, but that's a whole nother.
Mhm.
That's a whole
You might
nother
as well let
news,
her run.
news
I don't-
story.
I don't get that. Yeah, that don't make much sense to me. I would have just let her go. But Kanye said, you know what, we got you. Here's a I just saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
Here's a commercial. She got little headphones in.
How do you think that's going to go now? Just
What do
the
you mean?
Olympics in general. Just for the NBA.
For the NBA, I don't know. I think our team is terrible. I don't like a lot of the people we picked. But I think a
Dang.
lot of the good players opted out of going to the Olympics. I know LeBron
Yeah, because-
didn't want to go.
Mhm.
Giannis didn't want to go. I think because of the
The
amount of
COVID,
injuries
yeah,
that
the-
happened, people are like,
A
nah,
lot
I'm
of
cool.
injuries. This season for the NBA was like injury central. Like
Mhm.
I don't know why they were so. I don't know if they're overworked. If
No, they were overworked for sure.
What was going on? It's too many.
Hmm.
Like you guys need to, not to preach to the choir, but you guys need to examine that because that's something unusual.
It only really
that
hurt
they had.
like players that made it deep into the playoffs because you got a less of a break. Like people that
Yeah.
just got eliminated early, it didn't really.
It didn't.
You wasn't playing anyway.
Right,
So.
right.
But yeah, that's pretty much how that went. They tried to call John Morant to play for Team USA. And he was like, "Don't call me now that y'all missing people." He was not having.
Called him
it.
at
I
the
was
last
like,
minute.
"Dang." He was like, "Nah, you didn't call me then. Don't call me now. You sure you don't wanna?"
Yeah, you sure
"Nah."
you don't want to change your
Yeah,
mind?
he's like, "No, I'm cool. Y'all got it." Mm-mm.
He's like, no, you're fine. You're fine. You didn't ask me first, so don't ask me now.
Yeah, you didn't ask me first. Don't ask me now.
They tried to. Oh,
You
we
know
thought
what?
about
It's
you.
fine.
Yeah,
No.
right. We thought
We
about
good
you.
now.
It's like no.
And then, as far as the NFL, a little bit about that. They're
Yeah, let's
still
talk about
wondering what Aaron Rodgers is going to do because he does not want to be in Green Bay at all. He got so offended they drafted a quarterback.
Yes.
After he won the
Oh,
MVP.
so wrong.
I get it, but I don't
What were you
understand.
guys thinking there in Green Bay?
He
What were you
won. He
thinking?
won the MVP, and then they're like, "Get a quarterback." I'd have been like, "Yo."
You said get a quarterback.
Get a quarterback.
That
you
was
win the MVP.
that was
get a
disrespectful.
quarterback.
It
I
was
like,
just
yo,
not
like,
right.
First of all,
But why does that make sense? He won MVP.
most valuable player. For those
Okay,
that don't know, that's
but your
valuable
thought is to recruit a
quarterback. They're thinking about the future. He's like, well, your future doesn't
Yeah,
have me in it.
future is
Go on,
clearly I'm not
go
in
and play
it.
the boy you drafted. So
Green Bay.
I think they have to
Guys,
let him
What are
go
you thinking?
because he's not even like showing up to
He's not
practice.
going to be
and stuff.
happy.
No, he's not even showing up.
I
to
don't even think
practice.
he'll play well.
He
I
don't-
mean, he's that offended.
I don't think he'll play at all. I
Don't
think
play at
I
all?
think they're going to be forced in a position where they have to trade him.
Yeah.
There's too much tension there. Because he's gonna be looking at that other quarterback like out of hatred. I don't even know why they picked you up. I'm the MVP, and then yeah, that ain't it. I don't know.
I think it was premature. I really do. Maybe they thought he was on his way out or whatever the situation. But I think
he on his way out.
But I mean, like it was premature to draft a quarterback.
Yeah,
it was premature to do that. I don't know.
But I feel like they
Who
have
was
to
thinking?
trade him. I don't know where he's gonna go, but I feel
I
like
don't
they
know.
have to trade
Where
him.
is he gonna go? To the Chargers? No.
No.
Okay,
See, that's
I
your
like
second segue.
That's my second segue to try to help the
You try to swing back into
For those of you that are new, I am a Chargers fan.
for some reason. No rings.
I try to talk about them every NFL segment.
And then the Broncos out here doing whatever.
Broncos
We picked up Terry Bridgewater. He trash. I don't know if I would grab him. The dude we already had was trash. So you got two trash people competing for quarterback.
Every show. Why do you
can't-
have to call to every show somebody's trash?
I can't wait for this season. Yes, I can. I definitely can. I'm not excited.
I have a lot of hope for Seattle.
Nah.
No, I think Russell.
I think I got more hope for the Browns at this point.
I have a lot of hope for the. Well, I really, like I said, I like the Browns. I know that everyone's like, the Browns, are you serious? But I really do like the Browns, and I would like to see them do
The Browns,
well.
the Bills should be good. Obviously, Kansas City should be
Yeah,
good.
Kansas City.
I'm still mad I got to say that.
It hurts my heart every time, okay? I'm
The
just saying.
Tampa Bay, obviously, they're going to be. I think they're top of the power rankings right now. Even after their draft, they're still top. Because they just won the Super Bowl. So
You think they'll go back to the Super Bowl? To the
No,
Super Bowl?
I don't know. You can't. I can't ever count Brady out.
You can't. Every
You
time you think
every
he's
time you
done,
think
yeah, it's like.
He ain't finna do nothing. Super Bowl.
Right, Super Bowl.
Then you're like, dang.
I have to say this,
I
and it's
think
not
he got
because
7 now.
Yes.
Which is
this
like,
is a 7.
that's not even.
Or 6, 7.
No, he got 7. Yeah.
It's not that I don't like Tom Brady anymore or anything like that, but it's just I want to see somebody else win.
You gotta beat him.
I just would like. I don't want you to go back again.
You
no
have
disrespect.
To beat him. The only person
But,
I think who
yeah.
stopped Brady from making it to is like Peyton Manning. I think that was it. Other than that, I think Brady's been to like 9 Super Bowls. He's pretty much like LeBron.
Yeah, he's
LeBron went to like
LeBron
8
for
straight.
NFL.
So Brady's been to 9, which is like ridiculous. And the only 2 losses I think I can remember is when he lost to the Giants twice. He lost to the Giants twice, and that was it. And other than
I
that,
just don't want to see
right
another
back to the
year
Super
where
Bowl.
one team dominates consistently. Like I don't want to see like the
And I
same
think
consistent thing.
he had 2 of the most iconic comebacks in Super Bowl history, twice. When he when he was losing to Atlanta, I think it was 25-3, and then they won 31-25. Everybody's like, "Yo, Atlanta!" And then he was down versus Kansas City and came back and won that one too. So this man, you gotta call him the greatest at this
You have to
point.
say,
can't even.
I mean, if you didn't like him before, you have to give him the respect.
Even if you don't like him, you still have to respect.
You have to respect.
You have to respect it. He's done way too much. That,
I mean, it's-
that Super Bowl record is ridiculous. He's like 7-2, which is
That
like
is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does anybody else have 7?
Not as I don't think a single player has 7 Super Bowls
Not
other than
7. I think he was I would think he was the only one with 6.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then to
because
go
I know
on
the
and-
Steelers all time have 6 as an entire team. Brady beat your whole the whole organization. Brady beat you. So, yeah, that's crazy.
I tried for years not to give Tom Brady points.
Mm-hmm.
I was so sick of hearing about how good he was. I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Knock it off. It's all Bill Belichick. But when they separated, I went on to Team Belichick. I was like, Brady, he's not going to miss him. He's got the
Man.
formula. Yeah, and then
Super Bowl.
Bowl.
And won it.
Super Bowl and won. He
And
didn't
the
just,
first year there too. He ain't spent no years
With
to get
Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
No
Tampa
disrespect
Bay.
to Tampa Bay.
Nobody
With-
cared for them until today.
with the Tampa Bay. So,
Yeah, you got to give him respect. And now another problem is we're worried about Deshaun Watson. We got to figure out where he's going after his sexual assault case.
I know.
Just
I mean, it's
casually
not
throw it
funny.
out there. It's
I
kind of
just-
sad, but he requested a trade from the Texans in January.
What I don't understand is when you get to that level, okay, why do you not watch your P's and Q's? You should be watching because you know anything you do at that point
Mhm.
is public. Anything. I mean, you could go to the grocery store and it's going to be on the next news. I mean, why would you put yourself in a situation where these things can even take
you
place?
have to think though. These people are young and they have a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
and with a lot of money, to a degree, comes with a sense of power.
And responsibility.
You get to get away with certain stuff that other people don't because you're Deshaun Watson. So you get treated differently, and maybe he lost sight of that.
But you also get a lot of women that would take advantage of a non-public person,
Mm-hmm.
meeting a public person intentionally and taking advantage of them. This is it's an age old. It's timeless. It never changes, and every time somebody gets caught in that web, it's just like come on.
But it's the same thing with drugs. You can talk about how bad they are. People always do them. The Shikari girl.
Yeah,
she knew she wasn't supposed to.
This is true.
Did it anyway.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps used to smoke too.
Yes, this is true.
He won 8 first. He went to the Olympics first. They caught him on the off season. Shikari messed that up. Yeah, he won his first, and then was like, She was like, let me do it on the way over there. You good. You don't get to. If anything, she should have waited till she got to Tokyo.
Waited till she got to Tokyo.
And then
I mean, not that we're encouraging.
Yeah, not to encourage whatever.
But if you're going to do something ridiculous,
you might as well finish your races and then do be up afterwards. They'd be like, well, we kicked you out, but I'm already done.
It's
so.
that thought that you're thinking, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Like, you could have just went Chicago. You could have went to Japan first.
You could have just went to Japan first.
And then
on the low in your hotel and whatever, but yeah.
They might even look the other way because you were already on the team.
Okay,
they might have been.
She already here. We need her, but I feel bad for her because she was running her little butt off.
She's really good. She's very talented.
No matter
it's
now.
hard, when you see talent like that, and the Olympics of all things, which is in 4 years.
Which is that's the height of track or
That's
any sport.
That's
sport.
the height
the
of
Olympics
any.
is like the highest. You're representing the United States as a country, and you jacked it up because you just couldn't hold that puff in. You just had to get that in.
Had to get that extra puff.
Yeah, you gonna get a lot of them now. You get all the puffing you want. You can stay right at home.
It's so. I mean, it's messed up. It really is.
I mean, no, I can't say it's messed up.
Yeah.
It's not. But it's like I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it because I don't think it affects your sport. But it is what it is.
I think you should be if you're an Olympic person.
Those are
should not be taking anything just because you're in the Olympics. It's like it's the Olympics. This is like the. It is the holy grail of sports. Like you should be drug free during that time.
And that's why I hate Team USA basketball because a lot of those people shouldn't be representing us as a country.
Who?
Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard. I don't think he should be there either. Kevin Love got injured, so Kevin Love's on there. Like, come on. Yeah. Kevin Durant?
No disrespect, Kevin Love.
Durant? Okay.
Durant.
But some of the players, I was like...
Love? Kevin Love?
I was like, come on now. Zach LaVine?
Not that I don't like you or anything,
but as a representative of the United States of America, talent-wise, nah. LeBron ain't there. Giannis ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis ain't there. Like, y'all the Walmart team.
Okay, we do not agree nor confirm with the views of our guests here on District 4.
The Walmart backup team, and they losing to Africa. I don't remember the last time I was like, come on.
Africa's a pretty good team, though.
Better than the United States? In basketball?
Apparently, yes. They beat them.
Clearly, 4 teams are better than us.
Are.
And they're like, oh, it's exhibition games. Why are we losing them? Exhibition or not, why are we losing them? I don't get it. They got a lot on their shoulders because they pretty much, if they don't win, they don't get gold. We're going to have to talk about it because the last legit team we put together did. So,
what else is going on in the world of sports? We got the NFL, we got the NBA.
That's pretty much.
That's pretty much like there's not a lot because the
baseball's going on. I don't really watch baseball, so unfortunately.
Well, we're only doing an NFL NBA for this.
Well, the NFL.
We can do the.
It's getting ready to start, so we'll be getting into that more when that actually starts. They haven't even started like the exhibition games. There's not like many crazy trades or anything that happen, so we're not really missing much of anything. The same top teams are the same top teams. We're pretty much waiting on Aaron Rodgers because if he leaves, that's going to affect wherever he goes. Is going to affect a lot.
It's going to affect the Chargers. Chargers because he should go to. Okay, no. Okay.
But if he goes to like any,
Stop it.
like if he goes to any one of those top teams like the Bills, or if
Yeah.
he goes to the 49ers, or if he goes to like, you know what I'm saying, like one of those upper teams.
But there is the chance that they may keep him.
I don't think they will. He's not happy. He's not even going to practice. He literally said,
But they might not want their hand forced. They might just try to keep him anyway. I mean, they shouldn't, but sometimes they don't want to feel like they're being bullied.
they're not really being bullied.
Yeah.
They disrespected him by drafting a quarterback after he won the MVP. You know how messed up that is?
Yeah.
We're going to get the most value out of you can. But when you're ready to get up out of here, we got you situated.
It's so wrong. It's so. I mean, it's kind of disrespectful. It just is.
And my thing is, this would be the best time if they're gonna pretty much plan on starting over. This would be the best time to get rid of him
Oh.
because he just won an MVP.
Well,
So that adds more to his value.
now
You
just-
already drafted a quarterback. You already slapped this man in the face. You're already telling him whatever you're doing isn't enough, so we decided to pick up. Like, that's like the Buccaneers drafting a quarterback right now. Brady just won the Super Bowl.
Right.
He'd be like, was that not good enough? Well, just in case. No.
just in case.
So you can teach him the ropes, so he can take over your career. We're just gonna go ahead and pick this man.
You said just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Like it's an insurance
Yeah,
policy.
like it's an insurance policy.
Just in
Just
case.
on the side.
On the side. We're gonna be working with him in the back. No.
Just a safeguard. Just
Out
don't
of
worry about it.
respect.
It doesn't mean anything.
If anything, you keep him until he says, you know what, I might not, or I want to trade, and then you trade him for some picks, or you draft somebody after he leaves. But you don't slap somebody in the face when they still doing their job at a high level. He just won the MVP, most valuable player. He's out of everybody, including Brady. He was the most valuable. You said we need somebody else. No.
Another person.
Mm-mm.
It is very
Yeah, so that's
disrespectful. I have to
disrespectful.
say.
So I don't blame him. If I'm him, I'm getting about
No,
it.
I would be a
I'm
little
getting out of here.
offended. I
I'm tired of that.
definitely
You heard that first on District 4. He getting up out of it. I don't think he
You
should
think
stay.
you think he's done?
Yeah, I would leave expeditiously.
Otherwise, he's just gonna be sitting on the bench. He's
Man,
probably
'cause
not
that's
gonna
what I'm saying.
play.
Like, if he doesn't play, then you have nothing.
Yeah.
Now you have to use the other dude that you used to disrespect him to lose more games.
Because he hasn't
Mhm.
even been. He's not gonna be Aaron.
It's
He's
even
just
more
not.
disrespectful because he has like the highest QB
He does.
rating of all time. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not even sure if he's thrown 100 interceptions in like 10 years. And he's the only person that has 400 plus touchdowns and not 100. I think he has like 88 interceptions or something like that. Tom Brady has like 200 and something.
Right.
And we call him amazing. So
Yeah.
imagine a dude that has the same amount of touchdowns and doesn't turn the ball over. That's ridiculous. He's had multiple
and I was a huge
seasons
Green
of-
Bay fan.
Multiple
Takes away
seasons
the
of like 36, 38 touchdowns and 1 or 2 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how crazy that sounds? That you're literally not, like, almost every turnover your team's had is not your fault. Imagine that. 3 turnovers by Green Bay this season. None of them are Aaron Rodgers' fault. Like, yeah. He
I
gotta
just
get out
don't
of
know
there.
what they were thinking. Like, I mean, you can speculate, but the reality of the situation is, it's like, come on.
Yeah,
You could have handled this a lot better.
There's
than
so
what you
many.
did.
Like, they
Yeah.
could have talked to. If anything, they should have talked to him about it first.
Yes.
Like, hey, we're planning. You know, what do you want? Are you
Mhm.
planning on staying? We're looking at a quarterback. Blah 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 blah. You could have talked to him about it. You could have had a
Right.
disclosed conversation. It would have hit the news and nothing. You could have called him privately, talked
Mhm.
about him,
Mhm.
and see where his head at was as far as like drafting a quarterback. But like. When I win, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
A very valuable accolade. Not a lot of people win MVPs. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
not
yeah,
everybody in
definitely.
the league, and it's
Especially
you're one of the
quarterback
few
of all
teams that
people.
can say I have an MVP quarterback,
Mhm.
and you're like, we're gonna draft one anyway. What? Like, no. So I actually agree with him. I would be very upset.
Yeah.
And so if he ends up not playing,
Not playing, yeah, because I feel like if he
and
stays,
what's
he's
even
probably-
crazier is if that dude is trash, it's gonna hurt even more. Because now you're super disrespectful
now you're-
because you brought in some dirty old quarterback that can't perform at all.
Right.
And no.
Even if he's good, I don't think at this stage
He's not gonna be
he will
Aaron Rodgers
outdo.
good.
Yeah, he will
No.
outdo Aaron
No.
Rodgers. It's just the concept of that.
Because pretty much you're saying we feel like we drafted an MVP in this dude. That's what that's saying.
Over the actual MVP.
Over the actual
Over the
current
real
MVP,
one. Yeah, the
we're
current one.
drafting you because we expect you to be him. Nope. I don't think that's going to happen. And I think Green Bay got lucky that Aaron Rodgers was as good as he was after they had Hall of Fame Brett Favre, too.
Yes, who's my favorite quarterback of all
So
time.
you're lucky he even stayed because he did nothing for 4 years. He stayed. He got you guys a Super Bowl,
Yep.
even with some of the trash teams that you had. No, I'm serious. Some of them trash teams that they had. He stayed and
Yeah.
stayed and stayed. And he asked for more and more help. Y'all didn't give it to him.
Crazy.
And now
It's
you
like
drafting a quarterback. Like,
Yeah,
he's the
it's-
problem.
it's-
That's like almost saying, like, we're not winning. I think it's you.
Yeah, yeah.
What the? All right, cool. So trade him to Denver.
Chargers.
To the Broncos. And then...
Not the
that's-
Rams, though. The
I'm
Chargers.
waiting on his decision. I'm really waiting.
Every show I ask you want to talk about the Rams?
No. No.
I mean, during the season, we have to.
No, I'm skipping all
we can't
Rams
skip the
every-
Rams games.
Right,
we
I'm
have to
skipping all.
talk about the Rams.
I don't care if they win a Super Bowl. I'm not doing that video. The Rams won the Super Bowl. Well, Aaron's not in the
Every
video.
sport, he doesn't like somebody.
No,
and this
cool.
time it's the
I'm
Rams.
cool.
He does
I
not
don't
like the
like
Rams.
the team.
He don't like the whole team.
The whole coaching staff, water boy.
Okay, at
Stadium.
some point, Rams fans,
Talk to
when the
her.
season starts and we have to talk about the Rams, we will talk
When
about the
she
Rams.
has to talk, I'm skipping.
Oh,
that.
he's not going to speak.
I'm
I have to
skipping
talk
that.
about it.
I'm skipping that part. So when she bring up Rams, I'm gonna slide off video, let her talk, and then come back.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is
It's
it that serious?
No, yeah, I answered your question for yes. It is that serious.
So I'm looking forward to the season starting, even the pre-games, and just a little more information about what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. I want to find out because I was a Green Bay fan, and I was an Aaron Rodgers fan, playing specifically.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to see a quarterback like that just be going through turmoil like this. We didn't discuss. I always like to talk about Jerry Jones, only to irritate you. I like Jerry Jones. Okay, he does not love. Rams and Jerry Jones. We can talk about the
Reviews do
team.
not
We can talk about
reflect
Dallas.
The interests of District 4.
They do.
No, they don't.
I had to
We do
correct
not
the last
agree with
video
or-
when he said he didn't like Jerry Jones. I had to be like, this is not. We like Jerry Jones.
You like Jerry Jones. Anyway.
Anyways, I'm just messing around. But this. We got the NBA finals.
Just had to
Had to update you guys on the NFL.
Um,
Make sure you like and subscribe.
We'll cover
Thank
some
you.
of the Olympics depending on what happens, especially the basketball ones, because if they lose, I'm going to hate everybody on that team. I don't care.
Why do you hate somebody all the time?
Especially with the whole bunch of COVID cases going on.
Yeah. This is gonna be.
Yeah. I think
I'm
there's
not
60
too
in
hopeful
total.
about the Olympic team.
No, they're going to have it.
I don't think it's.
I think we're gonna. Because this is the Summer Olympics. I think we'll do really well.
You think we'll do better?
I think we tend to do really well in the Summer Olympics. But once you get to winter, America, that ain't us. We're gonna skip on that one. That is not us.
I don't have a lot of hope. I'm sorry, guys. It's not that I don't like the team, the people, but I just. I'm
Basketball, I know it's looking-
I'm not. It's not looking too good in basketball now. Maybe some of the
As
other
far as
sports,
like the
but-
tumbling and stuff, the gymnastics.
Yeah, we always usually do pretty well.
Gymnastics. I thought we were gonna do good in racing, but people getting suspended.
Yeah, we're getting suspensions
But
on the
We're
racing.
gonna figure out the rest of that when we get there.
Yeah, when we get there. We should cover the Olympics.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
said.
we can cover the Olympics.
So we're gonna cover
Yeah.
the Olympics. We're not gonna do every single sport. 'Cause there's a lot of sports.
There's too many, but
that
we'll do
happen
like
in
the
Olympics,
good
but we'll do
ones.
some of the bigger ones
Mhm.
and keep you guys posted on that. So make sure you tune in, hit the bell. 'Cause
Yes.
that's how you get those notifications.
Yes.
Because the videos aren't the same if you guys aren't watching them.
Oh,
Simplistic.
so sweet. And it is that simple. And thank you for helping us get to our first goal of 10,000. We're almost there. We're working on it.
Mhm.
So I do appreciate you guys for helping us do that. Anything you want to add before we end?
Make multiple accounts and subscribe.
We're encouraging that, but do subscribe legitimately, unless you'd like to. No, I'm just kidding. And thank you for watching. We'll see you
in the
next
next
time.
video.